Hi guys, back at Daytona International in the Ford Thunderbird. So, managed to qualify third. Not that you guessed that from this absolutely horrendous start of me axle tramping the car like that, but somehow made it possible. I wouldn't normally include a lap of the formation lap, but top right, bang, yeah. Somehow, I hope it was the guy's first ever NASCAR race. Uh, Managed to lose the pack, so of course floors it to catch up, realizes that stock cars don't do stopping too well, and yeah, plowed into the back of the car ahead. There was actually more of that crash going on outside of the cameras, but you can see all the wrecks at the end. Some of the world's slowest ever crashes caught in a race that I've ever seen. It was really quite remarkable. This is probably my second or third race this one was. So yeah, the driving I show today is not very good. Going way too hot into the corners, burning up my tyres. Whereas you see the number 3 car just ahead of me there, you'll see some far better driving. So it was a good one to watch and revisit a few times to see how someone who's actually a much better driver than I am do it. So yeah, again, like my previous video, learned a lot. MA cars, so pace cars off and off we go. So kick it up into third. Okay, and nicely into fourth gear. So just gonna take it easy a little bit for a lap, just to bed those tyres in a little bit. Cold tyres are slippy tyres, especially in this car. So yeah, just following the number 7 here. Yeah, as you can see, I'm going far too hot really into these corners, but my mirror was filled with cars, so I was really just trying to stay ahead. Not very effectively though, as you see. Just I go low line there, melt some more tyres up. My corner entry is not high enough, and then yeah, there's a wreck behind me there, so I have a bit of breathing space now, so that was nice. And yeah, just cling on to these 2 ahead of me. One of them I had raced with previously, actually, the blue number 7 car, and I knew he was quick, but I also knew he wrecked himself, because I'd seen it in previous 2 races. He was fast until he just couldn't hold it anymore, and it was a similar story here. A bit later on you'll see that. So again, yeah, corner entry too hot, and I'm just trying to hold this car down, just shredding these tyres the whole time I'm doing it, and this was probably the downfall of my race. I certainly haven't learned about conserving tyres and how it works properly. Also clearly haven't learned to ride next to the wall either. I've only learned about proximity in the last few days actually. I'm not sure how it affects iRacing cars, but I'm sure it does, because we know all those high-end drivers do it. See, I did it there very slightly, but not well enough. And because of my zero knowledge of NASCAR, I didn't know which of these cars I should be following to do better. It turned out it was the number 3 car. See, gets nice close to that wall. I'm not, I'm kind of half drafting him, because again I'm just scared of the wall still. Anyway, not a lot going on for the time being, so we're going to edit some laps out, and we'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, so we are back on lap number 9. So us three near the front here, we've pretty much peeled away from nearly everybody else. I think there was in total only 9 finishers of this race, so not too many. There was a lot of wrecks. So the car is definitely loosening up, easing off that throttle quite a bit now into the corner entry because my tyres are really feeling it, but I'm compensating with a really bad line, so I'm still eating those tyres far more than I should be. Number 7 hits the wall and goes wide, and he absolutely loses it. And I was kind of half expecting that because, as I said, I'd seen him race like that before. I get down in the bottom, hit the apron, and I go a bit wobbly. So now I'm going to try and see if I can catch up to Drew here in the number 3 car, which again, he's much smoother than me, so he's conserved those tyres far better than mine have. So this after these last laps here, this turned into, I'll be honest, quite a boring race because I was struggling to keep up. My tyres were disintegrating. There I am hitting the apron again, car's getting all out of shape, and yeah, his corner exit is so much faster than mine, and I just cannot keep up with this guy. So we come through start finish line. So now you see again I go too hot with a better line maybe, but still too hot, and I think I go to try and catch him up. I get kind of close, but I haven't got enough left anymore. Yeah, I think this is as close as I got now. And I decide, I think, do you know what, I'll let him have the win, and I'll just plod along behind him and take second place, because we were so far ahead now of the guy in third. And yeah, so I've edited out those laps so we don't have to sit through nothing. This is the last lap of the race here. As you can see, Drew has disappeared. I've very much settled for second place, so it was only my second or third race or so I was quite happy with that, and again learned a lot. These 87 cars are yeah, really tricky things to drive. I think you just need to learn to manage them properly. When you learn to manage them properly, they become easier. So yeah, all done. Second place. I was happy with that. And now we're just going to roll it back to the pits. Okay, on to the wrecks. So yeah, this is the formation lap. Gets it all wrong. Car doesn't stop, and then he collects number 4 behind him, and then he can't figure out where he's meant to be, so he tries going past the number 8 car. Number 8 car gives him a reminder that you're meant to be behind me, and then he finally slots in. This is the number 4 who got collected, and turns out it was this guy's first race as well. I mean, he stayed nice and predictable here, realised he couldn't get up the track, rolled it down to the apron, tried to go back up again, and takes off this guy in the yellow car's bumper, number 17 here, who he didn't have too good a race, but was blaming it on everybody else. He could have checked up high here, but I suppose he thought this guy was going to stay low. He tries at the last second. Yeah, his bumper comes off. He was not happy about that. Anyway, this is number 6 again. This is lap 1. Cold tyres, flat out, and he loses it. Taking my mate JB there. 2 other guys wreck because of him. Poor old JB goes spinning by. Here's number 16 who got collected. Poor guy, I think he thought if he just checked high he'd get away with that, but sadly not for him. Just shows NASCAR you don't have to do anything wrong at all for someone to ruin your race. My mate JB here, who's a bloody good racer, he's got nowhere to go. Gets absolutely smashed to pieces. Number 20. He was annoyed because he got a 4X there, but all he did was swerve, hit the apron. The car just, he wasn't able to correct it. 18 here, didn't wreck so much, but he checks up, he sees the car's falling down. I think he's going to get away with it, but he overcorrects. Didn't wreck, but he did spin, lost a couple of positions, but I suppose as good as he could hope for. So this is 17, so after the parade lap he went straight to the pits, got his car repaired. This is him exiting the pit lane now. So there's a wreck ahead of him. The second car has just gone past you, is about to collect the guy who's just wrecked on the bend. So now this guy's got to see this wreck ahead of him, but he doesn't. And he blamed it on the guy who was rolling down into pit lane. Number 19 here goes for one of the longest crashes you'll ever see. Hits the wall, slips and slides, manages to shift it down a gear, but it jumps on the throttle and lights himself up into the wall, and he's done. This was the crash ahead of me. Number 7, he gets it squirrely, just going so fast around the outside of Drew. Hits the wall, comes over, nearly takes Drew with him. Can't settle the car again. He wrecks, nearly collects another. Gets away with it. I think he was trying to nurse the car back to the pit lane, but it's, yeah, I don't know if he kicked down a gear there or what. His steering was pretty wrecked after this because he couldn't keep it out of the wall. Number 20, number 5. So 20 trying to beat number 5 into the bend, too fast, hits the wall, forces him down, hits number 5, bounces back to the wall and wrecks. Not a good day for number 20. 18, well, this one here, if you're going to wreck yourself, do it across the finish line. Anyway, that was the end of that. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.